This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're at the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium 2019 in Vancouver, BC. With me right now is Scott Hicks from Lumina Group. We're going to be talking about two companies within the group, Lumina Gold, which is LUM on the TSX Venture, and Luminex Resources, which is LR on the TSX Venture as well. Scott, welcome back to SNN.Live.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Yeah.
It's great to have you back. So for our audience, let's start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Sure, sounds good. So Lumina Gold is it's a very large-scale gold play in southwest Ecuador. We've got about 8.5 million ounces of gold on the books and about 1 billion pounds of copper. We did a PEA last year, and we've been working hard since. And then on the Luminex side of things, that company got spun out in September last year. It's been trading for almost a year now, and we've made a lot of progress on that front too. All those projects are also focused in Ecuador.
So last time we had you on here was about 12 months ago at this conference.
Yep.
So let's get an update. What's been going on at, let's just say, Lumina Group, and then you can get into the individual companies.
Sure. So there's been a lot of moving pieces at Luminex since the spin out. We finished our partnership with Anglo American. They've been working diligently on the Pegasus concessions. So that's a massive land package in the north of Ecuador, about 67,000 hectares. So we finalized that agreement just after the spin out. Since then, we've also announced a new deal with BHP. So that's going to be an $82 million US earn-in over 6 years to earn into the Tarqui property. They can get to 70% on that. And then lastly, at our Condor project, which we own 90% of, we found a new high-grade gold discovery there, actually, ironically, right underneath the camp, and we're calling it the camp zone. So we've been putting out some drill results around that. So that's really what's been going on in Luminex. And then at Lumina, we've just been drilling, trying to get the inferred resource up to indicated and measured so that you can use it in a PFS and feasibility study. And we found a new area about 1 kilometer away from the main resource, and we've been drilling that satellite deposit out since then.
And what's your background? I mean, how did you come into all this?
So I came over from the banking side about 2 years ago. I've been working with the group since then. Really helping out with the financings, the marketing, and then some of the corporate development things for deal structuring and the different things we've been doing. It's great working with Marshall's one of the key drivers, obviously as CEO. He really works on the technical side of the projects and helps advance all the metallurgy and all the geotechnical work that we're taking on right now. And then Leo Hathaway at the group, he's the chief geologist. He's been working at the group about the same time as Marshall, so almost 15 years for the two of them, working together and on a variety of different projects.
And then why Ecuador?
I mean, at the end of the day, Ecuador is the last kind of frontier in South America that hasn't been properly explored, and a lot of that's because of governments of the past and structuring of the way the country worked. Things have continued to improve there at the macro level. You've seen reductions in taxes, you've seen reductions in royalties, so they're moving things in the right direction. And it's still early days in the Ecuador story, but I think this year you're going to have Lundin Gold coming online with Q4 production out of Fruta del Norte. You're going to have Mirador coming online, very similar location to Fruta del Norte. So both those will be kind of the first industrial scale mines in country.
And then from what you can tell me, what are some of the company's value catalysts now moving forward for the rest of 2019?
Sure. So in Lumina, we'll be putting out a new resource on Cangrejos in the fall this year. And I think, that'll really show the continued enhancement of scale of the project. The new satellite deposit Gran Bestia is going to be brought in at that point in time, so that'll add a fair amount of ounces to the project. And it's already an 8.5 million ounce project, so we'd expect that it gets quite a bit larger when that comes in as well. And then in Luminex, we're drilling right now at the camp zone, so we're hoping to see more high-grade results out of that. And then the JVs will be a little bit quieter on the news front just because, with Anglo and BHP, we're not the operators. With First Quantum, we are the operator, but not quite as news-heavy as the Condor areas. But all those are kind of progressing in the background at the same time. And if you look at kind of the three of them together over the life of those earn-ins, it's about $140 million US of commitments from those three partners to advance those projects.
And where can our audience go and find more information about the Lumina Group?
So you can go on luminagold.com or luminexresources.com to find out more about either of the companies and all the projects I just talked about.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium 2019 in Vancouver. With me again has been Scott Hicks from Lumina Group. Today we talked about Lumina Gold, publicly traded company. The symbol is LUM on the TSX Venture, and Luminex Resources, also publicly traded company on the TSX Venture. The symbol is LR. Scott, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks. Appreciate it.